be doing it again and again. And right after Armenia and Azerbaijan peace deal, Donald Trump seems to be claiming credit for global peace, saying that U.S. brokered Indo-Pak understanding and has cited success in Congo and Rwanda. The talks that have highlighted when it comes to the recent conflict that also happened between Thailand and Cambodia, and all of that credit seems to be taken up by the President of the United States.
President, my highest aspiration is to bring peace and stability to the world. Today's signing follows our success with India and Pakistan. They were going at it. They were going at it big, and they were two great leaders that came together just prior to what would have been a tremendous conflict, as you know, a nuclear conflict probably. Also the Congo and Rwanda. Now that was one which was going on for 31 years. You have them beat. 35 years you had them beat. But that was going on for 31 years, and we have it all done, and people are very happy. That was a rough one. That was nasty. 7 million people that they know of died. Also, just recently, Thailand and Cambodia, that was one that was just starting. That 2,000 people were dead on the border, but it was just starting. And I was talking to one of the two nations on trade, and I said, I'm not going to sign a trade deal if you guys are going to fight. And I got the other one. And again, great leadership, Thailand and Cambodia. And before it got started, beyond that first couple of days, we stopped the war. And they've had wars periodically, for as much as you two have had long-term wars. And we got it stopped. And the two, again, I find in all cases, they're great leaders. If they didn't agree, I would say they're lousy leaders, to be honest with you, but they did agree. And so Thailand and Cambodia, Serbia and Kosovo, we got something stopped that was ready to start. We didn't like that one. We didn't like it at all, and we saved a lot of lives.
Well, Srinjoy seems to have lost count already. How many times has already he claimed credit? He seems to be eyeing for that Nobel Peace Prize. Of course, there are multiple countries as well who seem to be recommending Donald Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize.
It must be said, we can't speak for Cambodia and Thailand, Rwanda and Congo. But as far as India and Pakistan is concerned, what India knows is very clear. After 4 days of fighting, there was a call from the Pakistani DGMO saying, can we have peace? And you have to compare that with the first call that happened between the conversation between the two DGMOs. When Rajiv Ghai, the Indian DGMO, called his counterpart after the first strikes that began Sindhu, the strikes on the terror camp, the reply was, we will show to the world what we can do. And after 3 days, the Pakistani DGMO called and asked Rajiv Ghai if a ceasefire were possible. Now, these are the facts. After that, the President of the United States or anyone else in the world can take any credit they want. But the facts are the facts.
Absolutely. The facts are the facts, and it's been made in clear. It's been on record. India has said in its parliament, the world's largest democracy, saying that there was no external influence. In fact, there was no phone call that also happened between President Trump and Prime Minister Narendra Modi much later, as far as Operation Sindoor is also concerned. Srinjoy, appreciate you joining us here on the broadcast. Let's move on now and talk about Delhi. Of course, as we've been also speaking about